Hello everyone, myself Maniveer Praveen from group LA11932. Today I'm going to discuss the topic of adaptation to physical exercise guided by Associate Professor Olga Maskochuk ma'am. First, what is adaptation? When challenged with any physical task, the human body responds through a series of changes in function that involves most of the physiological systems. Movement requires activation and control of the musculoskeletal system. The cardiovascular and respiratory system provides the ability to sustain this movement over extended periods. When the body engages in exercise training several times a week or more frequently, each of this physiological system undergoes specific adaptation that increases the body's efficiency and capacity. Next, we are going to see the physiological response to the exercise. There are physiological changes that occurs to your body in response to the demand of exercise. These are acute and chronic. The acute effects are those response that occurs while you are exercising and in the recovery period. The chronic effects are long-term adaptation that takes at least 6 weeks to occur. Next, we are going to see the cardiovascular adaptation to exercise. The cardiovascular system, composed of the heart, blood vessel, and blood, responds predictably to increased demand of exercise. The cardiovascular system response to exercise is directly proportional to the skeletal muscle oxygen demand for any given rate of work, and oxygen uptake increases linearly with the increasing rate of works. Next, we are going to see the acute response. The acute response of exercise on body are increased heart rate, stroke volume, cardiac output, and increased in oxygen uptake. The systolic blood pressure and also increased blood to the muscles. The size of the heart increases as the chamber gets larger, and for non-endurance, the thickness of the ventricle wall increases. Next, we are going to see the respiratory adaptation to exercise. The respiratory system adapts when challenged with the stress of exercise. The pulmonary ventilation also increases largely through the stimulation of respiratory centers in the brainstem from the motor cortex through the feedback from the proprioceptors in the muscles and joints of the active limbs. During prolonged exercise, the carbon dioxide production increases, hydrogen ion, body and blood temperature stimulates the further increase in the pulmonary ventilation. At low work intensities, the increase in ventilation is mostly the result of increase in tidal volume. At higher intensities, the respiratory rate also increases. Also, the lung can take in and distribute more oxygen and increase oxygen uptake. So, this occurs due to increased tidal volume as well as improved ability to attract carbon dioxide from the alveoli onto the red blood cells. Next, we are going to see the musculoskeletal adaptation. The chronic adaptation of exercise, skeletal muscle adaptation to endurance training, slow twitch fibers. The slow twitch fibers, the cross-sectional area of the slow twitch fibers increases slightly in response to aerobic work, whereas the fast twitch fibers develops a high oxygen capacity. Next, the adaptation leads to increased muscle size and strength. In non-endurance athletes, the size of the muscle is increased due to hypertrophy of fast twitch fibers. In endurance athletes, increased number of capillaries, the strength in connective tissue such as tendons and ligaments are increased. Next, we are going to see the mitochondrial adaptation. The mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. These organelles generate the majority of the cell supply of ATP through aerobic respiration. With the increased number of size of mitochondria, the proportion of pyruvate formed during glycolysis passing into the mitochondria for oxidative phosphorylation is increased with less used for the protection of lactate. Next, we are going to see the neural adaptation. The neural adaptations are the motor unit discharge rate decreases. So, the slower rate of decline in motor unit conduction velocity during sustained contraction is found after endurance training. Next, we are going to see several other adaptations. The several other adaptations are the hormones such as the catecholamines secreted at an increased rate and insulin at decreased rate, as these are responses essential to the exercise. Also, the other components of immune system such as natural killer cells, T and B lymphocytes, monocyte macrophage system are boosted as lead to the decreased in the rate of some infection. Thank you for your attention.